Welcome to the Functional Roadmap module. In today's video, we are going to be doing two exercises. Number one, we will be doing an assessment for every single function of your business so you as a team understand what is the status of your business. And second, we will be identifying which functions should you focus on as an organization. So let's get started by firstly understanding what are the functions in any business. I always say this, a business is like a wheel which has spokes. Now I want you to imagine a cycle wheel which has 7 spokes. And I want you to imagine that 1 or 2 spokes are broken in this wheel. Now visualize that with 2 broken spokes, you are pedaling and cycling. And the wheel is going round and round while the broken spokes are dangling and getting stuck with the other stable spokes. The more you pedal, the more the broken spokes get stuck with the other stable spokes and start beating the stable spokes. And eventually, the stable spokes also break, and as many spokes break, the wheel loses balance and the cycle collapses. The same analogy is relevant to every business. Every business has 7 functions. These 7 functions are like the 7 spokes of your business's wheel. What are these 7 functions? The first function is marketing. And the job of marketing is to generate leads consistently so we have enough inquiries in the pipeline whom we can sell our products or services to. The second function is sales. The job of sales is to convert the leads brought in by marketing and to close the deal and generate revenue for the business. So if sales is not closing deals and not bringing in revenue, the business does not have money. The third function is operations. Once sales closes the deal, it's the job of operations to deliver the product or the service to the customer in a manner where the customer gets value for the money they've spent and the customer has had a happy experience with the business. The fourth function is R&D. And the job of R&D is to create new products or new services so we can keep attracting new customers and also make more money from our existing happy customers because they already know us, trust us, like us, and when we launch a new product or service which is relevant to them, they prefer to buy it from us, therefore increasing the average billing value per customer. The fifth function is accounts. And the job of accounts is to maintain accuracy of data being captured of the financial transactions of the business, is to make sure there is compliance as a business by following the rules, regulations laid out by the government and paying our taxes on time. And the third job of accounts is to make sure that reports are submitted to the management on an ongoing basis for the management to make the right decisions based on the financial situation and data of the business. And then the sixth function in any business is human resources. Human resources has 3 responsibilities. The first one is recruitment, which is to hire the right person for the right job at the right time for the right investment. The second job of human resources is people development, which is to have training and mentoring systems within the organization to improve the skills and knowledge of existing team members, because the more their skills and knowledge improves, the more the performance of the business improves. And the third job of human resources is employee happiness. Employee happiness comes from providing financial growth clarity, career growth clarity, having work-life balance policies for team members, and having a clean office culture where there's no groupism, blame game, ego politics. Now these are the responsibilities of human resources. Which brings me to the 7th function in any business, which is management. Management is a business owner's job. And as a part of management, the business owner has to manage 3 elements. The business owner has to engage in strategy management, where the business owner has to explore new markets, new opportunities, new products or services, new business verticals, new partnerships to increase the potential of the business, new business models as well for making the business scalable and profitable. So strategy management is one critical part of management. Functional management is the second critical part, where it's the job of the business owner to set up the right strategies and systems in marketing, in sales, in operations, in R&D, in accounts, in human resources, so that the team knows exactly what to do to produce the required results. And the third element of management is people management, where it's the management's job to mentor people, guide people, give people feedback, appraise salaries scientifically, fire the wrong people if required. Now, I want you to look at these 7 functions. No matter what your business is, no matter what is the size of your team, these 7 activities are critical to build a stable and successful business. Marketing has to happen consistently for leads to be generated consistently. Sales has to happen consistently for revenue to get generated consistently. Operations has to deliver value for money and happiness to customers consistently. R&D needs to happen on a timely basis. At least once in 6 months or once a year you need to launch a new product or service to be in the news to create that buzz about your business. Accounts has to happen consistently for making sure that there's accuracy, compliance and reporting. HR needs to happen on a timely basis when it comes to recruitment. And HR activities need to be consistent when it comes to making sure employees are happy and people development initiatives are taken care of. Management needs to be done consistently. People need to be managed consistently. Functions need to be evolved consistently. Strategy needs to be explored consistently. For any business to be stable and successful, these 7 functions are like the 7 spokes of a bicycle's wheel. Imagine if 1 or 2 of these spokes are missing or broken, the wheel loses balance. And that's why I say this is the foundation of building a stable and successful business. Now what we are going to do right now is an exercise, is an assessment for you as a team to evaluate the competence of your business by evaluating the competence of every single function. So we are going to look at the same 7 functions, and I want you to evaluate the competence of these 7 functions based on 3 parameters. The first parameter I want you to use is the parameter of owner dependency. After watching this video, have a discussion as a team and assess each function, marketing, sales, operations, R&D, accounts, human resources, management, on the parameter of owner dependency. What do I mean by that? Is the business owner or are the business owners involved in any of these functions? Now, if the business owners are involved only for review, then reviewing is a management exercise. We won't consider that as owner dependency. But if the business owners are involved in ideation, in creation of strategies, in creation of systems, in implementation and execution of these activities, then that is a little dangerous, because the owner being involved in too many things is very, very unhealthy, because when owners are involved in too many things, they are not able to be consistent. And if they are not consistent, the result will not be consistent. Look, it's not a problem for the owner to be involved in 2 or 3 activities. That's not a problem. Apart from management, I believe an owner should be involved in at least 1 or 2 other activities proactively based on their strengths and skills. The challenge for a business happens when the owner is involved in too many things. More than 1 or 2 activities beyond management is a very risky and unhealthy situation for any business. So I want you to evaluate owner dependency in marketing, owner dependency in sales, in operations, in R&D, in accounts, in human resources, and management individually. The second parameter I want you to use to do the assessment of your business functions is action consistency. Now here, when we are using the parameter of action consistency, we are not evaluating the action consistency of the owners. We are not interested in knowing, are the owners doing marketing consistently? Are the owners doing sales consistently? Are the owners doing operations consistently? That's not what we are interested in. We are interested in knowing, is that activity happening consistently? Is marketing happening consistently in your business? Is sales happening consistently in your business? Is operations delivering value and happiness consistently to your customers? Is R&D happening on a timely basis? R&D doesn't have to happen every day. If it's happening once in 6 months or once in a year where you're launching a new product or service, that's good enough. That's consistent enough. Is accounts happening consistently on a weekly and a monthly basis? Is data being captured? Are reports being prepared and presented? Is compliance being taken care of on a timely basis? Then that is consistency. Is recruitment, people development, and employee happiness taken care of consistently? Are you able to hire the right person when you need it? Or are you struggling to hire the person on a timely basis? Is there training and mentoring happening on a consistent basis to develop people's capabilities? Is employee happiness taken care of on a day-to-day basis? you need to evaluate the consistency of the activity, not of the owners. And the third parameter that I want you to use to evaluate every single business function after watching this video is result and efficiency. Now, when we are talking about result and efficiency, we are talking about, is the result being accomplished for every single function? So marketing may be consistent, but the result and efficiency may be low because the number of leads are not enough to achieve the sales goal. Sales effort may be consistent, but the result and efficiency may be low because we are not able to achieve our sales targets, our revenue generation goals. Okay, operations may be busy, it may be consistent, but the result and efficiency is value and happiness. So in each function, when it comes to result and efficiency, evaluate the function goal. Evaluate lead generation for marketing as result and efficiency. Is it high or low? Are we achieving our goals or are we missing our goals? Evaluate revenue generation for sales for result and efficiency. Are we achieving our revenue targets or not? Evaluate value and happiness for operations. Are we delivering value for money to our customers and making sure all our customers are happy or not? Evaluate the effectiveness of the new product or service. Is the market accepting that new product or service or rejecting it, to know the result and efficiency of R&D. Evaluate accuracy, compliance and reporting individually for accounts to know the result and efficiency of accounts. Evaluate recruitment, people development and employee happiness individually for HR to know the effectiveness of HR. Evaluate strategy management, functional management and people management individually for management to know whether the result and efficiency of management is high. I want you to use these three parameters and do a functional assessment. Discuss every business function across these three parameters and identify, is the owner dependency yes or no in each function? Is the action consistency high or low in each function? Is the result and efficiency high or low in each function? Some people may say, Rajiv, what if it is not high, not low? What if it is medium? What if owner dependency is little? It's not too much, it's not too less, but it's little bit. Well, let me put it this way. Stick to yes or no for owner dependency. Stick to high or low for action consistency. Stick to result and efficiency, high or low itself. Even if it is medium, it means it's not high, so put low. Even if the owner is little involved, they're still involved. There's no such thing as little pregnant. We are not going to show this assessment to your customers or to the world. This is a personal evaluation for us to identify areas of improvement. Once you do this assessment, then you need to choose your functional focus as a business. And I always say this to organizations and teams. Pick not more than 2 or 3 functions at a time to focus on and create drastic improvements in. And let me tell you, how do you decide what is the right functions for you as a team to pick based on the stage of your business? Now, if your business is in a stage of struggle or in a stage of survival, where you're struggling to even get customers and make any money, or you're playing the survival game of just month-to-month survival to earn enough money just to pay expenses on time, then please focus on marketing and sales. Because your challenge is in income generation, and marketing and sales are your income generating functions. So for a business in struggle stage or survival stage, your priority has to be marketing and sales. Now, if your business is in a stability stage, which means you're making decent money as a business, you're able to pay salaries comfortably, the business owner is able to take home money for themselves also comfortably, and you're stable as a business, then in that case, if your team is committed but not capable, where everybody is loyal, everybody is hardworking, everybody is humble, everybody loves the company, loves the management, loves the organization, so they are committed, but they may not be capable. They may not be capable, and an indicator of that is that the business owner has to sit and do the work of the team. The business owner has to do sales meetings and close deals even though there is a sales team. The business owner has to step into operations and handle the customer even though there's an operations team. Are you seeing that kind of a team is committed but not capable? In that kind of a scenario, you need to focus on operations and marketing. The reason being that by focusing on operations, you need to get the business owner out of operations by building the operational capability of the team to handle customers directly. And in this kind of a business, usually sales happens through word of mouth. Marketing is not set up consistently as a system to generate leads consistently, so your focus has to be marketing and operations. But in case your team is capable, as a team, you're all very smart, very sharp, very intelligent. You know how to get the job done. You know how to perform your roles. You know how to achieve your goals. The team is very capable. but the team lacks commitment. The team lacks commitment where everybody is working in their own silos. There's a little bit of groupism, conflict, ego, blame game, little bit of arrogance in team members. Nobody follows the process. People do what they want, when they want, how they want. Some of you are smiling, which means you belong to that category. If you're capable but you're not a committed team, then the focus has to be on HR and marketing. Why HR? For making sure the culture is getting tightened and we're coming together on certain principles and code of honor, and for making sure that the commitment and ownership is increasing so the management can trust that kind of a team with responsibility of leadership. You can't expect the management to trust a team member just because they're capable in producing results. They need to show commitment also. So HR focus has to be there from the point of view of strengthening culture and commitment, and marketing focus has to be there because typically in this kind of a business, the business is stable because the product or service is good, not necessarily because you have a marketing system which is bringing leads consistently into the business. Now, for a business that is already successful, if you're already successful, your functional focus has to be on building leaders in marketing, sales, operations, accounts and HR, where second line of leaders are running the day-to-day activity of the business and the business owner is focusing only on growth and expansion. And apart from focusing on building leaders in a successful business, you also need to focus on business scale-up strategies. How can you scale up? Are you going to scale up through geographical expansion? Are you going to scale up through product diversification? Are you going to scale up by acquiring smaller companies in your industry? Are you going to scale up by merging with a larger business? Are you going to scale up by preparing to list your company on the stock market and doing an IPO over there? You need to start focusing on business scale-up strategies. So your focus on functions is determined purely by the stage of business you are in. Use this as a guideline to prioritize which functions you need to focus on. Strengthen systems, strengthen teams. That's how you make functions functional. So, before I give you the implementation steps of this module, let me also give you a guideline of key changes to make every single function functional. These are the changes you need to make in different business functions to make them functional. Essentially, there are 9 steps for you to make a function functional in your business. To improve the results and efficiency, you need to focus on strategy. To increase the action consistency, you need to focus on systems. And to reduce the owner dependency, you need to focus on teams. Now, using this as a guideline and using the functional assessment that you will do based on the parameters of owner dependency, action consistency and result and efficiency, you can identify in what function, what corrective steps you need to take. Now, if you need to improve results in a particular function, then that function is in the strategy phase. Now, what are the steps that you need to take in the strategy phase for a particular function? First step is the business owner and the relevant team members need to gain knowledge. You need to learn the vocabulary of that function. You need to learn the strategies of that function. So say for example, you want to build marketing as a function in your business because it's not existent. The first step is to learn marketing. To gain knowledge in marketing, learn the different strategies of marketing, acquire the different skills in marketing. Now, once you learn and gain knowledge about the strategies and skills of marketing, then comes the next step, where you need to test those strategies because you learn so many things in marketing. You may learn digital marketing, you may learn content marketing, you may learn exhibition or expo marketing, you may learn referral networking marketing, you may learn author marketing, podcasting, community marketing, you may learn search engine optimization, you may learn email marketing, WhatsApp marketing. So there are so many different strategies in marketing. The key is to firstly learn what are the strategies and then to test the strategies in your business from 2 perspectives, to identify which strategy is relevant for your business and to build the skill set within the business. And skill set is built only through practice. So implementation of what you're learning is for 2 reasons, for testing the strategy and for practicing the skills. Implementation, when you learn something new, is not for you to produce the result. And this is where many people go wrong. Many people learn things but don't implement them because they are expecting a perfect result from that implementation. And just before they are going to implement, there's a voice in their head that says, you're not yet ready, you're not yet confident, you're not yet capable, you're not yet competent, you're not yet sure. What if this fails? What if this doesn't work? What if you don't get the desired output? Don't give it a shot. Just wait, let time heal things, and that's when people procrastinate. Never implement something new for the result. If you'll implement it for the result, you will not take action on it, and you will suffer from this disease of perfectionism, which creates procrastination. Whenever you learn something new, implement it for testing and practice. When you implement something for testing and practice, there's no pressure. And when there's no pressure, there's only learning. And when there's only learning, there is progress. And the more you do it, the better you get. And that's when you start seeing results. So remember this. Any department that you want to activate, any function that you want to activate, the first phase is the strategy phase, where you need to first gain knowledge about the various strategies. You need to test those strategies, practice those strategies so you build your skill set, and you need to analyze and correct what's working and what's not working. You need to analyze and see what's working. You need to analyze and see what's not working, and whatever's not working, you have to correct it, try new things. Now, when you follow these 3 steps of learning, testing and practicing, and analyzing and correcting, that's when you see progress. That's when you see traction. That's when you start seeing results. Once you start seeing results, once you start seeing traction, you outsource some of those activities to experts to increase the action consistency. This is where you go into the system phase. You outsource to experts, especially activities of marketing or accounts or HR, because the experts come with expertise. You may also outsource parts of operations to experts. This you do after you've tested what works, what doesn't work. Now, once you outsource to experts, then from there, with those experts, with those freelancers, with those agencies, you define clear action metrics of what they will do, and you define certain result metrics of what you want them to help you achieve. Now, when you define this action and result metrics, you can hold them responsible for it. And based on this action and result metrics, the experts, the freelancers, the agencies will tell you what will be the tracking mechanism. So you design a tracking system with them, where you define what is your role, what is their role. You define what is the reporting template they will present data to you on. And you have a review mechanism where you review the performance of that activity on a weekly and a monthly basis. I really want you to understand, if you want any function to become consistent, you need to build a tracking system. That's why that's the system phase. And there are 3 elements of a tracking system: clear roles, clear reporting templates to capture data, and a consistent review meeting process to review the data, analyze, and create further corrections. At the end of the day, when you design a tracking system with roles, reports, and review meetings, that's when you can ensure consistency of action of any particular function. Now, you can do this in certain functions by outsourcing it, in certain functions by building these systems yourself based on your own capability. The one advantage I see in outsourcing parts of marketing or outsourcing accounts initially or outsourcing HR activities initially is that these activities may not require a full-time person in your business in the initial stages. Only when the intensity of the activity picks up, that's when you'll need a full-time employee in these activities. Till then, you can work with outsourced experts. And the benefit of working with outsourced experts is they come in with expertise of reporting, they come in with expertise of getting the job done. Now, I know some of you have outsourced some of these activities, and initially you learned a lot from those freelancers or agencies. But after some time, you started becoming disappointed in their output and performance because you outgrew that freelancer, you outgrew that agency. And it becomes very frustrating. But I always say this to teams and businesses. When you outgrow your suppliers, when you outgrow your freelancers, when you outgrow your vendors, when you outgrow your agencies, don't get frustrated. Get excited, because that's an indicator that now you're ready to build a full-time in-house team for that particular activity within your business itself. And that's when you go from the system phase. Once you've set up a proper tracking mechanism, you go into the team phase to reduce owner dependency, where you start hiring managers to scale the efforts and results of particular activities, and you start hiring team members for specific roles in specific departments. Now, hiring is the first phase in the team phase. And from hiring, then you go into the functional management phase in a function, where business owners do one-to-ones with managers, managers do review meetings with team members. Now, if you're not hiring managers and you're just hiring team members for specific roles, the business owner may do team meetings initially for that particular department directly with the team, and also mentor people, and whoever is high potential performers, eventually make them managers. So you get into the sync of functional management, and once you hit that rhythm where proper input and guidance and mentoring is happening from the business owner to the managers, and proper alignment, review, accountability and feedback is happening at a team level, and performance is mapped and managed properly, then you continue evolving the strategies and systems through continuous learning. This is how you make any function functional. These are the 9 steps, these are the 3 phases you need to take every single function in your business through. Now, like I said, implement this with not more than 2 or 3 functions in a year. Do not overwhelm yourself, do not bite more than you can chew. 2 or 3 functions evolving where strategy, system and teaming is being set up in a year is great. It eventually takes 3 to 5 years of focus to make sure all the 7 functions have clear strategy, clear system and clear team, so owner dependency is low, action consistency is high and result and efficiency is high. 3 to 5 years. That's the game you got to play with focus. There is no 1-year wonders in business. And that's why you got to stick together and break it down, identify which function is at what stage. Which function needs strategy phase? Which function has strategy sorted but needs system focus? Which function has strategy and system sorted and now needs team focus? That's how you build a scalable, profitable business. Now, to summarize, here are your implementation steps for the functional roadmap module. This exercise, solo entrepreneurs, you need to do it by yourself. Micro entrepreneurs, you do this where business owner is doing it with the white collar staff, keep the blue collar staff outside, it's beyond their comprehension. SME or corporate entrepreneurs where team size is about 30, 50, 80, 100, 200, 500,000. You do this at 2 layers, business owner with the top management team and management team with the relevant functional teams. Now, through this video, I have educated you on the 7 functions of the business and the function goal in each function. I have broken down for you the 3 parameters to assess business functions, which is owner dependency, action consistency, result and efficiency. And I have given you the 9 steps to make a function functional. Watch this video with the team, and then after that, facilitate the business functions assessment. As a team, evaluate each function on owner dependency, action consistency and result and efficiency to know the current status of your business functions. Then choose 2 or 3 functional focus areas based on the stage of your business, based on the guideline I have given you in this video. And once you choose your focus, map the current phase. Is that function in the strategy phase, system phase or team phase? What needs attention? And make sure you know what are your next steps based on the phase that each function is in. Make sure you do this exercise. It really helps bringing the team together and aligning to what are the priority areas of the business, to understand the responsibility of team members and to help the management play the management role of growth and expansion rather than be stuck in firefighting. Enjoy doing this exercise. Enjoy coming together as a team to build a win-win-win business.